Good night. Good night, St. Martin, and welcome to your favorite program here on www.sxmtalk.com. And tonight, it's live and serious discussion. And maybe a bit controversial tonight. However, it is a program that I think should be brought to the forefront. It is a program that many St. Martin people should simply sit back and say, I never even thought about it this way. It's a program or information that I'm going to bring where one should start to reconsider their spending habits and who we give our money to. Thus the reason I posted tonight, are we being ripped off? Are we being ripped off? However, before I dive into the program, call a friend, call someone, and tell them log on tonight, because this is going to be a very, very hot and controversial topic and issue that I'll be talking about tonight. Let me say here on behalf of SXM Talk, our production, our studio, everyone here, we are sending out our condolences to a cultural icon, to a St. Martiner, to a grassroots individual, to a loved person, Camille Bailey. He has touched many of us here in St. Martin with his attitude, with his posture, with the way he carried himself, with his intellect, and with his concern for culture. Camille Bailey passed away last night, or yesterday afternoon, I believe, at the hospital. And it is a sad thing because just a couple of months ago, his wife also passed, and now he has also passed. So, of course, we are saying rest in peace, Mr. Bailey, and safe journey on, my brother. I also want to encourage us as a people to take our precautionary measures tonight, seeing that we will be facing increment measures based on what we have been hearing from the Meteorological Center here in St. Martin, in Curacao, and also the advice that came in from France and from Guadeloupe that, you know, we will be getting some weather, we will be getting some rain, and I'm saying to all of us that we should really, you know, look at the loose debris that we have in our surroundings, whether it is zinc or wood or anything, because it may not do nothing to your home, but it may do something to the neighbor's home or anything like that. And also we'll be getting some rain, so we're asking everyone out there to limit yourself on the road, because we know what happened the last time when we had the flash flood. We see it happen just like that, and in a matter of no time, the island had a ton load of rainwater and 2 individuals lost their lives. So I'm asking and encouraging everyone to do what they have to do now, stay inside our homes, and as small as it may be, let us not take it for granted, because you don't know, you never really know. It is unpredictable how these things has happened, even though they said that it will be mostly down to the Leeward Islands facing Guadeloupe and Dominica and those sort of places. But the remnants, the break-offs, does come up to this part, and St. Martin is under a tropical storm watch or warning. But anyway, I want to get into the program, and like I said, are we being ripped off? And I like sometimes when we are doing live and serious discussion, because I could be as aggressive as I want to be, and tonight I'm going to be extremely aggressive, because I believe we are being ripped off by all supermarkets on this island. I believe the quality of produce is cheap. I believe that they are taking St. Martin people and our spending power for granted because we have no choice. Okay? In addition to that, I believe we are getting a lot of expired goods. Okay? And I am upset with it, but I'm going to take it a bit further than that though, because I just want to draw your attention to something going on here in St. Martin. And on previous shows, I mentioned this, especially when we started out doing audio. I'm jumping on the back. I'm jumping on their backs tonight on all the Chinese grocery stores that we have here on this island. And when I'm done with them, I'm coming after government. I'm coming after all those local individuals who have the licenses, okay, that they are renting out to them. I want to just draw this picture, right? And the reason why I'm drawing this picture is relates to our unemployment situation here in St. Martin. And I'm also going to talk about we as a people here in St. Martin too, how we are the cause of a lot of these things that is happening, and we should want to upgrade ourselves and we should want to be better. Now, everyone who's out there, who's listening, who's logged on, who's tuning, get a pen and get a paper, because we're going to do some calculations. And if you look at the website, you would see we have a chat box, the chat room. The only way you can communicate with me now is through the chat room. So I'm going to name off or call off some of the grocery stores, and if you guys feel that I miss one, send it through the chat room. And then I can get my engineer to say, Chris, you missed this one, Chris, you missed that one, but send it through the chat room. I want to start from GEBE. GEBE in town, right? Now, right across from GEBE, we got Miss King. Miss King is my girl now. I like her a lot. I know Miss King from time when I was a little boy when I used to live in town by my grandmother, with my grandmother. However, we have Miss King. Miss King is one. And I only taking it from GEBE, you know. So it just goes to show, right, that the situation is much more grave, is more grave than I'm talking about. So let's take it from by Miss King is one, right? You go down a little bit further from Miss King, you got Popular. Popular is 2, right? You go down a little bit more further from Popular, right across the street where Van Dorp used to be, we have 1 there. That is 3. Right across the street from Van Dorp, we have a next one. That's 4, right? When we reach the bridge and we turn it down where Sunny Food used to be first, where Sunny Food used to be first, right? That's 5. Oh, I forget one. Suki. Suki is 6. Okay? Right next to Domino's Pizza is 7. After Domino's Pizza, you have across the Seventh-day Adventist Church there in Bush Road. That is 8. You go down a little further from the Seventh-day Adventist Church before you reach Scott's gas station. You have 9. You have 1 in Cahill. That is 10. After you pass Cake House, because I'm not calling Cake House and the big ones, no. After you pass Cake House down, you come down a little bit more across from the ball field there, that little alley, you have a next one. That's 11. All right, that's 11. You reach by the St. Martin Academy, the chic what used to be there. That is 12. You reach by St. Peter's Corner. That is 13. You drive up a little bit from St. Peter's Corner, this new one was open, is 14. Where the boys and them just hang out there playing the pool and dominoes and everything. There's a small little one just open. That is 15. You're going in by the Prince Bernard Alexander School, right? That is 16. You go up where Koto living, that is 17. There's one there. You drive up above head of St. Peter's, right? That is 18. You have Chappie. That's 19. You're coming up South Reward in the one right there by the Tamantry before MPC school. Make 20. Now, I only take it from GEBE, come up to this way, and alone you have 20 Chinese grocery stores, 20 St. Martin. And I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. See the picture. See what I'm talking about. I don't care who the license for. I am looking at who's operating, who's running, who's making the money, and I'm also looking at we as a people who are spending our money at these establishments. Why am I saying that? No, I did the research. So I challenge you guys to go out and do it for yourselves. 20 Chinese stores we have there. Okay? 20. Believe it or not, out of the 20 Chinese grocery stores we have from GEBE, come all the way up in here, we have only four that have a local person working. 4. And not more, it's just one person. And out of the 4 of them, 2 of them, the local person that is working, is packing bags. So really and truly, he's not getting a salary. His salary is on the bag that he's packing. So 2 of them have local people working in it. Now, I don't care who you be. I really don't care who you are. For me, something is wrong with that. You cannot be making money in this country and my people ain't working. It is unacceptable. It cannot be. It should not be. I don't care what taxes, what license. I don't care. You cannot be operating a business here on this island and local people don't have a job. It just doesn't make sense. Well, it makes sense for them. And so, let's take away the 4. So we leave back with 16. St. Martin people, if each one of those Chinese grocery stores hire 2 individuals, 2 young people, just 2, whether it's to pack the shelves, okay, whether it's to do ordering, whether it's to clean, just 2, you will have 32 individuals in employment. 2 times 16, I have it right. Okay? 32. I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. This is 32 people working, having a job. As a matter of fact, they're working and having a job for life because those stores are always open. Listen, 32 individuals have a job, even if you put them on minimum wage. $1,300 a month, $700. Even if you have them on minimum wage. That is, wait. You see? I am so perplexed. Right? I am so confused. It seems as if I stupid. Because only me see something wrong with that. To me, it sounds like good business. It makes good business sense. It makes good business sense. 32 people, 32 young people, okay? Ladies, men, 32 would have a job even if they are making 1,200 guilders. They have a job, paying taxes, paying SVB. They can get a loan. They can rent an apartment. I mean, to me, it makes good economical sense. So I am saying, right? And this is going out to the Minister of Economic Affairs. Okay? Mr. Pantaflet, I hope that you're listening. I hope that someone is listening and someone is going to tell you it is time that the Ministry of Economic Affairs call for an economical summit. We need an economic summit here on the island. Okay? And not no small, mediocre something where the people can come out and vent and talk and discuss and let you know, the minister who's responsible for the portfolio, what is going on in this country when it comes to the economy, when it comes to us spending our money, and when it comes to the services that we are getting from these places. Now, I remember the last time when and it was a couple of years back, when we were very hard, very hard on the Chinese store, and the Chinese community came up and said they did not come to St. Martin to solve St. Martin unemployment. Yeah, okay, sure, fine enough. But your show ain't supposed to be in St. Martin neither to suck our money for you to ship it out and go with it. Okay? I don't, like I said, and that goes for all you local people who own the license. Right? I am calling all of you guys traitors. Because you are the ones selling out the country, selling out the youth. And I know a lot of politicians have those licenses and those permits and have them rent out. They're in the business of renting licenses to the Chinese. Christopher is calling you traitors because you're sidelining the youth of this country, because you're not putting no conditions on your license. I mean, I have no problem with you giving it to a Chinese. My issue is not with the Chinese, you know. My issue is with the unemployment situation, that no one seems to care about the youth on this island. No one seems to care. To me, it's mind-boggling. 32 individuals will have a job. You know what's 32 people working? Like I said, even if they got to pack the shelves, my friend, even if they got to run to the storeroom, even if they got to carry stuff out to the car, even if they have to be the errand person making the deliveries, picking up the orders, even if it's that. Because when I go into these stores, when I went into these stores, what do I see? I see other Chinese nationals doing that kind of work. Doing that kind of work. And I am saying that something needs to change. It's going to get out of hand. Okay? And somebody going to start crying, screaming, and bawling, because you cannot have an unfair situation like this going on in the country for so many years. Every year we have young people dropping out of school. Every year we have them coming out of school. Okay? So the proportion of young people coming out of school is expanding. And the jobs availability on the island decreasing. So there are only so many jobs left, so much jobs left for the number of young people coming out of school. And there's a lot of them who are not going on to tertiary education, who are going directly into the job market, into the job field. All right? And like I said, I only count from one area, only one district, only one stretch, one strip I count. I ain't count Miller Region, I ain't count Dutch Quarter, I ain't count Coal Bay, I ain't count Simpson Bay, I ain't count those places. Coal Bay alone, Coal Bay stretch alone, from Lenhap, where Lenhap used to be, from Lenhap, okay, go all the way down to the pet shop. Right by the pet shop alone, have one there. It have a next one right across the a little further down. It have one across the street. That's just 3 already. Across from Ace have a next one. That is 4. Okay. Lenhap make a next one. That's 5. Going down, and I'm saying to myself, they don't got no local person working. They don't have. So if that's 20, that's 25. Plus 2 is 50. 50 individuals have a job. So I am saying to the minister, right, you need to call a meeting with the Chinese Association, the Chinese community, and don't ask them, tell them, listen, you will be sending young people to their establishment for jobs. That's what a government do. Take care of their people. You can't simply have one set of people, only one group making money in the country. It cannot work. The Chinese, the Indians, the Arab, it's seen as only foreign people are making money in this country. And the few locals who manage to, because of inheritance and deals and government officials who manage to get a little thing, making some money. But when you look at it, it is off balance. And I'm saying to myself, something is wrong. Something is wrong. So, government, you're the one to be blamed. And right now, okay, it's you guys who are in there. I would be taking these figures. I would be taking these figures to my members of parliament. Okay? To my members of parliament. And you know, and this is the next thing what gets me. Right? Every time you open the newspaper, every time you're reading, okay, you have an ad in the newspaper, seeking manager, this manager, that the Chinese and Indians can bring in their own people. They're always, it's a labor issue. No, not a labor issue now. It's a labor crisis. Because you always seen it in the paper. Some establishment is looking for a manager, is looking for this. Okay? If it's our laws, then Parliament, get your butts together and change it. Now are you voting on logo and crest? I don't care about no crest. I don't care about no Parliament logo. I can't eat a Parliament logo. It ain't doing nothing for me. A Parliament logo, so what? A Parliament crest. And then you see them in the newspaper talking as if they're so concerned, like they did something. What a Parliament logo and a Parliament crest doing for the young people? What is it doing? Listen, President of Parliament, the Honorable Dr. Anders Rudolph Samuel, right? You tell me how a Parliament crest or a Parliament logo tastes. Tell me if I could put that in a plate with a knife and fork, dice it up and cut it up and eat it. We don't care about that. Get down to some serious business, some serious issues. But are you in the newspaper talking like as if you did something? Come on, man. I read in the paper today and I just shaking my head. And then I listened to the Parliament meeting yesterday and Yanchi with bombast. Listen. Boy, hey, what is going on in this country? What kind of bombastic this and that? It's unbecoming of a member of Parliament to be talking such garbage, such nonsense. I don't get it to understand. I seriously don't get it to understand. What are we doing in this country? Who cares? Seriously, I seriously want them to do a survey. You guys may say that I'm harsh, I'm hard, I'm aggressive, I'm this. But seriously, who the hell cares? Who cares about Parliament crest or Parliament logo being ratified or being this? Who cares? Seriously. St. Martin have the highest youth unemployment than anywhere else in the region. And don't tell me no and don't tell me that. I did the research. Go and do it for yourself. And in comparison for the sheer size of the island, it is unacceptable. It's a dangerous trend. And I'm trying to figure out all the smart and brilliant people that we got, all the ministers and them in their wisdom and their advisors, if they don't see something wrong with that. All the SBO this and evening training and this and that, it doesn't amount to nothing if young people can't work, make money, and supply and take care of themselves. Okay? And I want to say this. That's why I say it all the time, and that's why I wasn't on board, because I know it was just a bunch of let me don't say it. I was going to talk about get off the bus, get on the block, get off the block and get on the bus project. Okay? But because I know better, I ain't even mention nothing about it, because it seems to have turned out, or it seems to be just what I thought it would have turned out to be. So I'm not even surprised. And you know what has troubled me? We boast and we brag about a multi-million-dollar economy. Billions is running through St. Martin. We boast that we is this and we is that. St. Martin have children in this country that goes to sleep hungry. Since I want to boast, okay, on a 16 square mile island with over 15 casinos, okay, a number of hotels, restaurants, brothel, you name it, we have it here on this island. Okay? We have children that goes to sleep hungry. So I put that in your pipe, since I want to brag and then smoke that. I want to brag how we are doing so well. Okay? Yes, we may not be as bad off as many other countries. But I am saying we can do much better. But we have a greedy and nasty attitude. And when I sit down and I look at it, and the banks too, you know. All these financial institutions here in this island is doing a great disservice to them. You see, I did my research on this topic, and I have here on the paper so many things to talk about. I have to talk about this Queenish fellow with this small business this and small business that in the training, but I changed my mind. I changed my mind because he just had a tragic loss in his family, and you know, ain't all the time you want to be, but you live in this country. People come to you asking, people want help. This government make a pledge and a promise to make life easier, life simpler, to assist, to help. And what does Parliament do? Approving a crest. People are living hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. Huh? Paycheck to paycheck. And just on that stretch, and we are the ones going into these Chinese stores and spending our money. I am saying, St. Martin people, this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm going to do? Let me say it here. You know what? I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to look in seriously to this grocery business on the island. We definitely need a Walmart in St. Martin. And if we can't get a Walmart in St. Martin, we need an outlet, we need a warehouse, we need something that brings in the goods and services that we use here on a much cheaper rate to assist and help people. And I'm going to look into it. I'm going to talk to my members of Parliament. You know what? I want to make one of those Panamanian trips. It's coming up. It's coming up. Because this cannot be. This cannot be. Okay? Month end, you can see civil servants counting. They're counting. Waiting for payday. Waiting for payday. And I want to know what is happening with this free education thing. I want to know what is going on with it. All right? I know Parliament have their job to do, right? But me, Christopher Emmanuel, was very disappointed yesterday in the session that Parliament had. Very disappointed. Instead of you guys getting to some serious business, talk some serious issue, I am making a trip to Panama. Because I want to see for myself, and I'm going to come back here. I'm going to make a recording. I'm going to make a film. I got to get my hands on a video camera, because we are being ripped off. We are being ripped off here in St. Martin, because these people are getting the produce for next to nothing, and they are coming here and they are doubling, tripling, marking it up, so that they don't make 10%. They don't make 20%. They are making 500% and 400% on the produce and the item that they bring into this country. They are ripping off St. Martin people. They are riding us, and they are getting rich off of the backs, okay, of poor people in this country. 60% of the St. Martin population makes under 2,000 guilders. 60% of St. Martin population makes under 2,000 guilders. Come on, St. Martin. Something is wrong with those statistics. Now, I was reading the newspaper today, and at times they bring in the lowest quality produce. The lowest. Expired produce, they rub off the expiration date. They rub it off with alcohol, because I know the trick. And then they place back on their own times. And who checks? Who goes around? Who look at what is happening? You know why? Because St. Martin people's lives is of no consequence. It doesn't mean nothing. Huh? Chinese, Indians, Arabs. What category I can put the white people in? I mean, you go down by Pineapple Pete in those places, you got, I seen hi, how you doing? Good night, can I take your order? I'm saying to myself, what happened to, hey Chris, good night, what going on, man? Thank you for coming to Pineapple Pete. What I can hook you up with? I want to see somebody that look like me, that resemble me. I can't get to understand. What are South African doing serving me fries? What? People may say, oh, Christopher, you're being discriminatory, you're being racist. No. It's called positive discrimination. I am looking out for St. Martin people's interest in gaining employment. Even in our marketing campaigns, promoting our island, I don't see our people. Even our magazines. Listen, St. Martin, we are being ripped off. We are being ripped off blind. And they're laughing at us. They're laughing at us. Seriously. They're laughing at us. I'm going to make a documentary in Panama. And I'm going to film it. Because I think the truth needs to be told. I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see what is going on here in this country. And like I said on previous and past shows, my campaign starts now, because these things need to change. They need to change. You cannot have 20 grocery stores on a stretch and got four. And I even throw in Haitian national because I say there's one of us. They're local. So I train them in too. 4 have local people walk in. And nobody see nothing wrong with it. Nobody. And we still go out and we vote for these politicians who have the license. I could call their names, you know. I know who they are. But that's for another show. That's for another program. I would be calling each and every name of every politician, every local who's renting their license to the Chinese. Now, like I said, I consider them traitors because they don't have no concern for the youth. Because if I have the license and I could rent it to a Chinese, but I'm going to put some conditions on my license. Yes, this is how much I want every month. But besides me wanting this amount every month, I realize the size of the store and this and that, right? If you're going to have, and you could tell me in the law, you could say whatever you want, but it's my license. It's my license. All right? Depending on the size and your employment. So if you have 5 employees, 2 of them at least must be local. No, I given them the benefit of the doubt. I wouldn't go as far as saying 3. I didn't give them the benefit of the doubt because they have to rent the license. Most of the time, they have to rent the building. Okay? That way they have the Chinese groceries. Hey, the building don't belong to them. Okay? So, I mean, so here they're spending money. They got to pay GEBE. They got to bring in the produce. It have a cost to it. All right? They have to pay these salaries. They have to pay us. So I understand. I given them the benefit of the doubt. I wouldn't go no 49, 51%. No. I'm going to put it on a quota, on a ratio. Okay? And it depends on how you go up, how the markup is. You got 5, then 2. You got 7, then 3. Okay? You got 9, then 4. That's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. You simply can't have young people loitering and just, no. And I come in here every night and I ranting and raving, but I look around the island, I do a lot of research, I question things, I look at things, and I say to myself, but something is wrong. Something is wrong in this country, and it has been going on so for years. And I come to realize, right, that it's the politicians, the lawmakers, the decision makers who have it that way. You know why? Because they are the ones and their friends who have the license. Or if they don't have the license, right, they own the building. That's why it's like that. And like I said, I'm going to do another program where I would be calling out the names of all the politicians who have the license, because the good thing with it, it's public information. Go to the Chamber of Commerce. Once you know the name of the store, you ask them, who's the operator, who's the holder of the license for Popular Supermarket here? Who owns that license? Who's paying taxes on that license? And the Chamber of Commerce have an obligation to give you an answer. And if they don't give you an answer, tell them you're not leaving until you get an answer. Simple as that. Okay? So I don't have a few of them already, you know. And you guys are going to be surprised to know who owns certain licenses. You're going to be surprised. Trust you me. And I'm going to give you guys a little hint. A few of those licenses are owned by politicians right up to the top. And if it's not owned by them, it's owned by their children. Right up to the top. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. But I don't want to give away too much. It is impossible. It is impossible on a 16 square mile island. 16 square miles. You have hundreds of young people unemployed. And I just gave you a simple scenario. 20 grocery stores. 2 individuals. That is 40. Just from the GEBE stretch all the way up to South Reward, including Cahill. Just 2. Just 2. Some of them can't take 2, so you take 1. So we're looking at 35 to 40. You know what is 40 young? Listen to me, man. It got people get 20 votes. It got people get 22 votes. I'm talking about 40 young people have a job. And don't tell me that you don't have room, because the other day I was driving in St. Peter's and I saw the Chinese national outside packing potatoes, cutting up the spring beans. But what you one of the young boys in them could be doing that work. But the place is so small, they got a room inside, so they're doing it outside. And when you go and you look inside, it's ram-packed with St. Martin people inside shopping. So we ourselves have to be blamed, but then we ain't got a choice. Then they say go by Samuel, but Samuel himself don't have all the produce and stuff that we need. Samuel himself don't have it. But we are the ones spending our money. So we got to get conscious. And start to say, but wait a minute. Every month, I spend in $400 or $500 in here every month. Every day when you add it up, $20 here, $10 here, $5 here. When you add it up, every month I spend in $300 or $400 in here. But I got my son what just come out of high school there. He scholarships get turned down. He up and down looking for a job, but give him a little job doing that now. And that's how we got to start thinking. That's how we got to start thinking. And if they say no, start to boycott. Start to picket. Mark up a sign. Refuse to hire local St. Martin now. And walk that route every day. I bet you. And every local person that goes in and say, listen, don't shop there. They refuse to hire locals. They refuse to hire a young St. Martin now. And I bet you're going to see something happen. But you see what happened? We ain't got the balls. We ain't got the testosterone. Okay? Like one of the MPs famous, testicular fortitude. All the mouth we got St. Martin people, we ain't brave. So we still like suckers. We still cowards. We like sheep. All we want to do is to be led. That's all. Okay? But when it comes to our talk show, our mouth big. Yeah, we should do this. And we should do that. But when it comes to action, we like sheep. We are cowards. Huh? Not even for our own youth, our own children, we don't want to stand up on. We don't want to stand up for. Not even for them. Okay? Not even for them. I don't get it to understand. Seriously, don't get it to understand. And I know, you know, because every month, it is $300 and $400 $400 I spending in food. If you ain't buy Sunny food, it's by Afu. It's by Grandma O'Shea, by Cassie Less. It's by the little Chinese store around the area. And it bothers me. It really, really bothers me. I got to open my own shop. Seriously. I'm going to open my own shop in South Reward. It seriously bothers me. So I jumping on everybody back tonight. Everybody back are jumping on tonight. I believe we have a couple more minutes in the program. Yeah. Sunday, we are hoping to get one of the union representative for the hospital workers on the program, because it's a serious situation going on at the hospital, right? I heard, I don't know if it's factual or not, but I heard that we had the workers of the lab on strike. We had some of the nurses and they want to go slow. I read something in the newspapers about it. And people don't understand, the hospital is not like a shop, or a restaurant, It's not like the census, Okay? The hospital is a place where you go when you're sick. And people could die when they're sick. I think the minister has been careless in his handling of this hospital issue. I don't think he's moving promptly enough on this issue at all. And someone needs to talk to the minister. I think he's taking this a little too lackadaisical, a bit too easy. Okay? But it's very, very serious. And I remember having the program here on Monday. And last night I listened to the online program with Fernando Clark, and he had on Rolando Gums, and they was talking about the hospital issue. And an individual called in and said, and I remember saying it here, and an individual called in and said, if it's his family, or he, or someone close to him, he don't care what it is now, but he's going to the top. And whatever happened, what happened. And these are the sort of things that people have in their mind, because they are saying to myself, but this should not be. It should not be. So again, I'm saying to the minister, you need to move a little faster. Okay? I want to have the utmost respect for you. So I don't want to be using words that are coming to my mind, and then Dave got jump on his program and say, Christopher is creating division, and who Christopher think he is. So I'm going to leave it at that, Minister Cornelius de Weaver, and I would applaud you to please give this issue your undivided and utmost attention, because it is unacceptable that the hospital should be in the condition that it's in. And I know you guys are going to say, yeah, but you have a board and government have nothing to say. Seriously? Then if government have nothing to say in that issue, then government should not be government. Then government should not be government. I'm going to leave it here for tonight. How much more time we have left? We have about 5 minutes, 3-4 minutes left in the program. And like I said, we are trying to get a guest in so we can talk about the hospital issue. Also, another issue that I want to talk about, and it's also dealing with medical also, and I realize that we seem to have a cancer epidemic on the island. Whenever someone passed, is either they had cancer, and I don't know what angle to take this topic with. I really don't know, but it is scary, because I've lost a lot of friends who I have known, not personally, but I know them through other individuals, and some of them very young because of cancer. I don't know. I don't know whether it's early detection. I don't know what it is. But I think much more awareness need to be brought to the forefront concerning cancer, whether it's prostate cancer, whether it's HPV, which is the human papillora virus, whether it's breast cancer, whether it's skin cancer, testicular. There are so many cancers. That's why I'm trying to get the young lady from RBTT, from First Caribbean Bank, who formed a foundation after her mom passed with cancer. I'm going to go into First Caribbean Bank and have a sit down and a chat with her so I can get her on the program so we can talk and bring much more awareness. I know she'll be having something coming up, so I want to get her before this concern. But anyway, St. Martin, there's a number of topics and issues that I'm working on, and we are trying to do stuff. We have our Facebook page. I have a Facebook page. We have our email. We have our hotline. I mean, just throw us a message or something on our suggestion box. So we can, if there's something you want to talk about, information that you need, we can do the research, we can look for it, we can discuss it. But let us know what is going on. My BB has been going off the whole night, but my screen, the phone gone, the phone mashed up, phone doesn't work. So I can't see who's calling, I can't see the message, I can't activate the phone. All I can do is press answer to listen to whoever is calling, but that's how it is for now. Going to try to see if I can get a new BB donated, or Android, or some Galaxy something. So, I was also told by our engineer that you can get the program now in its audio version on your BlackBerry. So if you go into your BlackBerry and you type in www.sxmtalk.com, you can hear it. You may not be able, you will not be able to view it, but you can hear it. I don't know, and you just have to go and you have to click on the radio. You're going to see the icon on the website that says SXMTalk Radio, and you click on it and you can hear me, you can hear this. So even if you're moving around and you see the message come, you can do that now. Like I say, we are advancing, we are moving, you see. But we'll be coming up with our newspaper article, our newspaper ad. We are trying to see if we can get a half sheet, but like I said, everything comes from us. So we have to balance what is priority and what is not priority, so we can put our monies. And a half sheet is $300. You see? So it's either we do the half sheet for our marketing, or we get another camera, or we get another flat screen, or we buy more memory. You know, all these things, like I said, it's coming from us. Yes, my engineer just gave me some signs. Donations and sponsors are welcomed, even though I have a policy about that. But yes, they are welcome. So St. Martin people, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Prepare yourself for the weather. Take care of yourself. God bless each and every one of you guys. Goodbye.
There was a time when people dare not utter a word. There was a time when people were in the dark and searching for accurate information. Just when all hope is lost and frustration hangs in the balance, SXMTalk emerges and broke the silence. Join host Christopher Emmanuel for live and serious discussions and hard talk.